guys, this is Michelle, and today I wanted to share with you some treasure that I found at my local second-hand shop. But before I do that, I just have a, what's the word I'm looking for? No, it's not coming. Credit. I wanted to give credit to an idea that I'd had. In my last video I shared the journal that I'd made for the junk journal swap for the beginners, junk journal junkies, for the beginners swap on junk journal junkies, and in it I put this little booklet. Now I've made 3 junk journals so far now, and I've joined Junk Journal Junkies, and I've been inspired by the most amazing artists on both the photographs shared on Junk Journal Junkies and also the videos on YouTube. And I've got so much inspiration, I can't remember, because I've been binge watching, I can't remember everyone that I've been inspired by, but this was inspired by Tracy Fox Love Junk Journals. And I was watching one of her videos of one of her journals, which are beautiful, and she'd made a pocket in one of them with machine embroidered flowers on. And I just had a new sewing machine at work which has got the embroidery stitches on it, and so I wanted to have a play, and this is what I made. And I had some of these cards left over from my cross stitching days, which I do still occasionally, so I decided to pop the embroidery in a card and distress it and make it into a little journal, a mini journal, which I've put in with the journal from the swap in Junk Journal Junkies. But I just wanted to give credit for the idea, because it wasn't my idea, it was inspired by Tracy Fox. And in future I'm going to try really hard, because my memory is terrible, I'm going to try really hard to remember and mention the people that have inspired me in my videos. So, oh, and also my last video, when I watched it back, I talked really quickly at the beginning, so fast that I don't think I could understand myself. So that's another thing I need to do. I do talk quite quickly anyway, so what I need to do is try and remember to slow down a little bit and pronounce my words a little bit clearer instead of mumbling. So hopefully I'm going to improve on that, and you'll see a bit of an improvement in my next lot of videos. But first of all, I wanted to share, I've always been fond of shopping in, having a mooch in charity shops, and I've got a beautiful china cabinet full of the most gorgeous butter dishes and other little jugs and other little gorgeous things that I've found in at markets, antique markets and charity shops and things. So the other day I went into some near me and I found this gorgeous piece of crochet. That's lace, I think it is. I don't know if it's actually hand crocheted. It's beautiful, and it's also already a colour that looks like it's been tea dyed, which is fabulous. And I think it must have been a dressing table set, because there's a set of 3, so that's really lovely. And then I went to the Festival of Quilts recently at the NEC, which I go to every year, and spend way too much money because the fabric there is so gorgeous. And I found a little store that had got knickknacks and bits and pieces, and I found these beautiful, that's gorgeous crochet cotton there, these little doilies, that one's crochet cotton, and then this one as well. And then when I was rummaging through my drawers the other day, I came across this one, which I've made myself, and I've made a few of these, so I think it's time I get the crochet hook out and have another bash and make some for my journals. So I went to the second-hand shop at the local shops the other day. They do house clearances, and I highly recommend that you get friendly with your local house clearance people, because I found some treasure in there, and I'm going to show some of it with you now. I found this book, Ragdolls, which is gorgeous. I mean, look at the pictures in it, they're absolutely fantastic, and it's even got some very basic diagrams and patterns on how to make them. Look at that. So I found that. Look at the back. I found some sewing patterns, and I've got a bunch of sewing patterns upstairs because I do a bit of dressmaking occasionally. But these ones are great. I've not seen them with such a light tissue paper before. They're always usually more of a golden brown colour, and I've never seen them with blue lines before. All mine have got black lines on, so I think from the style of dress they're probably from the late 60s, early 70s. But these are fabulous, Simplicity patterns. And I found this book, The Wonderful Story of the Human Body, which has got some fabulous diagrams in there. So that's quite interesting. I found this one, The House of the Four Winds, and I love this. It's a little book, and it was printed in, where's the, what's it, 1940. But they've squeezed the writing right up to the top and right down to the bottom. They've not left much margin at the top and the bottom. I've never seen a book made like that before. And then this, let me show you these two together. I found this, which is a bookbinding book. I've recently taken Nick the Booksmith's booksmithing course, which is absolutely fantastic. If you're interested, I'd definitely go for it. And I found this book about bookbinding in the local shop, and I think it was designed as a hobby series. You've got home decorating, felt work, woodwork, basketry. So the idea is that you buy this and then you turn it into a hobby, but it's so complicated. I mean, these illustrations are fabulous. It's so complicated, I wouldn't be able to make a book following these instructions. I really wouldn't. And this book was with it, which is plain paper. So I don't know if this has been somebody that's made a book following these instructions, because the two things were together. So that's great. Now this is quite amusing. The New Domestic Encyclopedia. This is from 1970, I think it is. Oh, 1960. But it's, oh, that's nice as well. Little leaves in there. It's basically telling you how to get rid of grease and oil marks, grapefruit juice, how to run your household really, around the house, what to do, you know, how to set a fire. Now I wouldn't know how to set a fire, although my husband would because he's a bit older than me. So that's really interesting. These are nice little surprise. So that was quite fun. And I found the Story of Edith Holden, which many of you have probably seen. We've got some beautiful pictures in there, so that was nice. I think she was very happy when I left because I bought quite a lot of stuff. And I found this, which is The Road Goes Ever On, a song cycle, music by Donald Swan, poems by J.R.R. Tolkien. And it's music paper with some beautiful songs in. I found this book on love, which has got some nice illustrations in there. There's a few nice little poems as well about love, so that's really nice. It's a cute brown paper bag. It's so sweet. And I found these, which are fabulous. Boots 1970 scribbling diary, and somebody's used them to, with this beautiful handwriting, to mark down how many hours they've spent on pieces of work that they've done. And there are a few blank pages in here, but most of it's filled in. But I thought this was fabulous, really interesting. I don't know what sort of job they did. I think it was a bit of all sorts really. and there were 2 of those, so that was a great find. And they all smell really old as well. And then this was just plain ledger paper, so that was good. And this is beautiful. Photographs from the collection of W.H. Bidlake, architect. And it's got some great photographs of some places in Birmingham where I live, and the local surrounding area as well. Stratford Road spot, but that's where my auntie grew up, and the church that she used to go to. And what I loved about this collection as well is there's some actual portrait photographs in there, and they all seem to be of the same lady, Gertrude Emma Blackband, 1888 to 1978. But they're really lovely photographs as well. So that was a great find. And this little book on butterflies and moths, which has got some beautiful illustrations in there. And what I really love, which for me, as a stitcher, I got quite excited about this, was a Singer sewing book. I've actually got a treadle sewing machine. I've got 4 machines, like 5 now because I had a new one. But I've got a treadle sewing machine, which is fabulous. And this was 1949, and I love the dedication. This book is dedicated to women and girls, and especially to teachers of sewing everywhere, who enjoy the feel of fabric, the beauty of textures, the precision of stitches, the smoothness of seams, and who delight always in appropriate fabrics, carefully cut and made for a happy purpose. I just love that. I think that's fabulous. I think we all appreciate fabric and paper and anything textile, that touchable, that we can get our hands on, so that sums it up quite well. So yeah, oh, look at that illustration there, that is beautiful. Add ruffles for daintiness and feminine frills. So that's it. That's my haul from my local second-hand shop. So go mooching, see if you can make friends with your local house clearance people and see what treasures you can find. And thank you so much for watching. If you like my videos, then subscribe to see more, and I'll see you again in the next one. Thanks, bye.